Hi everyone, welcome to our first video here at SimHi Solutions, where we specialize in native plants, landscaping, and education. Today I'm really excited to share with you a plant that I'm going to be doing some collecting of seeds from, and I'm going to introduce it to you in two ways. The first is it's this shrub right here, which it's not this one that's evergreen, it's this one actually, which maybe doesn't look like much in the winter, but that is because this is a deciduous shrub that's lost its leaves, as a lot of our shrubs do, and it is the male of this species. So this is a species that's dioecious, meaning there is a plant that bears only male flowers and a totally different plant that bears only female flowers. And that's the one that's really interesting. So this is Winterberry holly, Ilex verticillata, and it's actually one of the best trees for winter interest in your garden. You might not look like it on this one, but if you come over here, you'll see that the females, which have the female flowers, then also bear the berries. And this might even be something that you recognize from, your woods or other people's gardens throughout the area. It's a real favorite for New England landscaping. And what's really cool about Winterberry is it provides this thing that we call winter interest. It makes your winter garden sort of have a pop of fun. And it also provides food for birds. So these berries are not the first one that the birds are going to eat, because they're a little more waxy, they're a little more dry, and the birds tend to want to get the juicy ones early in the winter and in the late fall. But as the winter gets longer and longer, and as you can see today it's 6 degrees out here, so it's really cold, that's when the birds start to eat this denser, drier, waxier fruit. And actually what this fruit does is it sort of provides them, especially with birds that are migrating back home, it provides them with something to sustain them before spring when the bugs come back out. So it's a really important food source, and it's really important in the later time of the winter. So today I'm going to do a little collection. I'm really excited. I've never grown Winterberry holly from seed before. A lot of people will actually grow it from cutting of the shrub. They'll actually take a little snip, and I understand it works really well like that. And I may try to do some of those as well. But the interesting thing about growing plants for wildlife and for ecosystem diversity is that if you keep taking cuttings of the same plant, you're just going to get clones of the same plant, and it's going to be less genetic diversity. But if you actually start things from seed, so each time you're adding to the diversity of the gene pool. So I wanted to try some of this, even though I understand it's one of the most difficult things out there to grow. And everybody who talks about it says you got to be really patient, and it can take more than 2 years. Often it takes at least 2 years before the seeds even germinate. I mean, even a little sprout comes up. But we're going to give it a try today. So I'm going to harvest some seeds. So we're going to just come in here and grab a few of these, keeping in mind that, we don't want to take a lot of them because they are also for the birds. And I'm going to make sure to take from both of these two shrubs, and this one as well. Again, that just adds to genetic diversity. Now, you'll notice we need one male plant to be able to fertilize the female plants. Otherwise, we won't get berries. But you only need one male, and up to 5 or 7 of the females can be fertilized by the one male. So that's just something to keep in mind when you go to buy these. Okay, and just grab a few more. And now here comes the magic, because what we are going to do is, in order to help this berry get on its journey to germination, we're actually going to try to recreate the inside of a bird's stomach, because that is what this berry wants. It wants to go through the digestive system of a bird, and that only after that, and it's deposited somewhere, normally in bird poop, only then is it I have everything I need to be ready to germinate, to sprout. And so in order to do that, we're actually gonna put it in this bag, and I'm going to take it inside. We're gonna wash off the seeds, and then we're actually going to let it sit in here and ferment. I may even add some vinegar to it, and we're just gonna recreate the inside of the digestive system of the bird, and then we're gonna plant these seeds. Okay, so it's been a few days and we're back inside, and I've had my winterberries sitting here in a little bit of water in this plastic bag, just sort of softening and fermenting. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna pour them out in this bowl, and we're actually gonna go ahead and take the berry coating. So you can see they still look like the berries. I'm just gonna squish them with my hand, and we're gonna take the berry coating off. And this is, again, what would be happening inside the body of the bird. The bird is going to digest the berries and is going to leave the seeds. And you can see the seeds are very small. I don't know if it's possible to see those. I'm going to pull one out. They're about that big. So little tiny orange guys. And little by little, I'm just going to fish out the seeds, I think, by hand. And I'm going to put them on this plate here. Then we're going to do 4 different batches of experiments with the seeds. One set of seeds is going to go directly into soil, just as is. And it's going to sit there for at least 2 years, 2 full winters, outdoors, going through the natural cycles. That's what the plant would normally need. We're going to have some that we're going to put in a little bit of an acid for a little bit, a light acid, and then we're going to plant them and put them outside. And we're going to try some back in here just fermenting. We're going to try some back in here just fermenting, but without the berries on them. And we're going to plant out all these different options. And we're even going to try some where we try to speed up the timing for these by sort of taking them through a series of hot and cold cycles, so that maybe we can actually get some to sprout or germinate faster. So stay tuned for part 2, and we'll see what the results of the experiment are next time.